Hello friends, welcome back to the online classes. Today I am going to recap what we have gone through this week, last week. Lesson number 8, the hack driver. So the story is about the narrator who is a young lawyer who has just passed, graduated from the college, the law, and he has got job in the firm. Now, his job was to give summons to the people, especially the witnesses, just to remind them that they have to come to the court on this particular day. He never liked this job because in this job there was little bit danger, and people used to insult him. Sometimes they used to beat him, insult him, and that kind of things used to happen with him. So he never liked this job. He wanted to leave this job, go back to his village, and practice law there. And he believed that if he does this in his village, he would have been a good a success or a good lawyer. He would become a good lawyer. One day he gets a job to call to give a summon to Oliver Lukins, who was living in New Millen village. First, when he heard this, he has to go to village. He was very happy. He thought that village life is beautiful, good, and peaceful, whereas the city life is a bit noisy and very what you call hard life. So he was happy to go there. When he reached there at the station, New Millen station, when he saw the picture of the village, the station, he was discouraged because all were so silent and no active people were found. Out of the station, he found a person called Bill. He told that before Bill could ask anything, he himself, the lawyer himself, told to Bill that he has come to in search of Oliver Lukins because the court has sent a summon to him and he has to come tomorrow because he is a witness of an important case. Now this Bill tells, okay, fine, you come, I will take you. He was here for 1 hour ago. Now he might have gone to the Fitz shop. There he maybe taking care of the what you call, gone for the shave something. So he goes. Then he says, "Come on, I will take you. I will help you out." So he just tells him, and they go there. Both of them go there, and he talks to Fitz. He says that you stay. Bill says to the lawyer that do you stay there, and I will go and talk to him, because if he sees you, then he will run away. So he just walks with him and talks to the shopkeeper. So he just tells him that go and he just goes inside and asks Fitz that whether he had seen this Lukins, and he says no, I did not see him. If you see him, then some customers were there. They said that if you see him, you just tell him that he owes some money for me. In the poker, he had lost the game, and he has to give me that money. And he might have gone to the Gustav shop. So he comes out and tells to the lawyer that he is not here. He might have gone to the Gustav because here he debts a lot of money. So that's why he might have not been here. He might have gone to him. So they go to the Gustav's shop. There also he is not there. Gustav says that he was here just 5 minutes before. He is gone out. Might have gone to the shop to buy some cigarette and gone there. So they go in search of him here and there. Finally, it is almost afternoon, and Bill also feels hungry, and he also feels hungry, and the lawyer says to Bill, "Come on, I shall buy lunch for you in the restaurant." Then Bill says that here restaurants are not good. It is better you come to my house. My wife will prepare a beautiful, sumptuous lunch for us. We shall pack it, and I will take you to the hill, and from there I will show you my village. He says, okay, fine. He goes there, takes the lunch from him, packs it, and goes to the hill. From there, Bill explains to him the village life and all, and he says that what a beautiful village it is, and people are here very good. These days, the young children, they are going to city to have college studies, and when they come back, they come with colorful dresses and changed personalities. But then the village life is still better, they say. Now, it was almost getting time for him to catch his train. So he goes along with him and he says, come on, let us go to the last house. That is his own house. His mother will be there. We will talk to her. And he says that you don't talk to her. I will talk to her because she is a very dangerous woman. Last time when he had gone to her house to keep the box, she got angry on him and she beaten him very, no, almost beaten because I did not take care of the box just like the egg tray. That is the reason. So they both of them go there and ask for her, her son, and she shouts at Bill and says that you get out from my house. If you want to search, you search. But I don't think that you will find him because he is not here. So they search somehow to find out, but it was almost time for him to go. So they go back. Bill reaches him back to the station. He catches his train and he travels back to city. Now, in the train also, he is not worried that he is unable to find Lukens, and without him, he is going to his back to city, and in the office, what his chief will say. He was least bothered about it, but he was very happy that he found a kind of a person, a good person, a kind person in the form of Bill. Now, when the lawyer reaches to his hometown, his office, there he sees there the chief and all other people shouts at him and tells him that you are a useless fellow, you are good for nothing, you cannot search a person like that. Now they say he is so important, so you go again, and this time he sends a person along with him who had seen Lukens. So they both travel again. Now this time he sees that he cannot enjoy the travel, he cannot enjoy with the Bill, he cannot openly talk to Bill. So they walk together, and when they reach to the station, Bill was standing there with his mother, talking to his mother. Bill was talking to that same old woman. So, and they were not quarreling, but instead they were talking and laughing. So when they get down from the train, the lawyer tells to the man that he is a nice person. I know him. He was with me throughout the day, and he helped me to search, but could not find him. So the man asked him, "Do you know who he is?" Then he says, "Yes, of course, he is Bill." "Oh, my dear fellow, he is not Bill. He is the Oliver Lukens. He is the fellow, and you were traveling with him the whole day, and he just fooled you again." Now, hearing this, he felt so ashamed because the Oliver Lukens and his mother were laughing at him, and they said, "Come on, let us have tea." So they went to the small restaurant, and there a lot of other people were sitting there. When they saw him, they also started laughing, and he was confused why these people are laughing. Then Oliver tells him that these people have come to see you, because rest all the people in the village had seen you, and they all understood that you are a so simple fellow, so kind fellow, nice fellow, that you were easily fooled. So he was, now these are the people who did not see you, so they just came to see you. So don't mind, I just make people fool like that. So finally, the lesson from this chapter is that we should not trust or believe easily on people unless until we find out the person's background properly. Hope you might have understood the chapter well. Question answers I have already posted. Kindly write the question answers in your copy. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe. Have a nice day.